Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hey, I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Resting. Good day of rest. I sure am. Trying to rest up. Been busy. Been pretty busy. Got busy last week. At the end of the week, started getting busy. Usually when it's hot, that's when I'm really busy. But anyhow, yeah, there's some things that's been going on behind the scenes, and it's kind of hard to keep up with a lot of it and try to work at the same time, and and just all the other stuff that's going on. There's no really new news that I can share with anybody right now, but there is some things, some issues that have been going on that I've been hearing about. Uh, you know, I just been hearing a lot of stuff about things, and I don't follow certain people. The only person I follow on here is Regan. Person I follow, the only person I talk to in Colorado, outside of the attorney and Regan. She's been my only person that I've ever talked to over there about anything. I never reached out to anybody else. Reached out to her. Jeannie Anderson actually turned me on to her. Um, so this Eric guy, I don't know him. Never reached out to him at all. You know, back when we first started all this, uh, some stuff happened, and I just never had any. Regan was the one that I've always reached out to. I don't know him. I don't know you, Eric, if you're out there. I don't know anything about you. I see your videos sometimes. I see that. I don't, they're not. I'm not interested in that. It's not anything that I would want to do. I follow. So trying to get this thing going and doing the things that we're doing. We're fighting for justice for Timmy Henley, my son, which you guys all know who's following me now. Y'all know the story about what happened within Westminster. And we're coming up on a year, and it's just flew by real fast. I can't believe it's been a year. And, you know, there's some issues that have been brought up. It's like things that happened, that have been covered up from the Westminster Police Department. The district attorney over there in Colorado, all those people, you know, they just murdered my son. I mean, you go from I'm sitting here looking at pictures and video of Timmy and I talking on the phone. You know, it's been a year now since he moved there at the end of July, so he was there all August. And you know, the thing of it was he was happy. I just looked at a picture last night of him that he had taken with him and Tony and Daniel just days before he moved to Colorado. And so, and he was talking about being happy, and he posted it just like 2 days before his death. And so, you go from one moment you're talking to your son on Snapchat, or I mean, not Snapchat, but FaceTime, whatever it's called. You're talking to him, and you're goofing off, and you're making faces, and you're doing these funny little things, and everything's good. And then a couple of days later, you text him about a football game going to be happening, and he's talking, "Yeah, I'll call you in a bit, Dad." And that's the last you hear from him. Next thing you know, you're getting a call, and and now here it is, you're getting a call, and that these cops had shot and killed your son. So uh, it's pretty rough, especially when you get no answers. It took for September all the way up till probably about February before we even knew anything. We didn't even know any officers' names. That was all hidden. Everything was hidden. What they were doing and what they were going to do was all hidden. And so Now it's the fight to try to still continue to bring justice for Timmy Henley. And and the only thing that's been done was through Regan. She helped me get the disc, the discovery drive from the DA. She prompted that, and I believe that she was the one that with her going behind the scenes and stuff, with emailing and phone calls and stuff like that, that prompted the DA to put it out there. And so, that's fine. There's a few people that have been following along with me, and they send me little text messages and messenger. Stephanie, thank you very much for helping me out. And there's another one, Reese, I believe your name is. You've been helping me out a lot too. And of course, there's John, and then there's Ed, and Bohica. All you people are beautiful. You're beautiful. Hi, Sherry Reese. Yeah, thank you. I wanted to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you do. For the support that you give us. And you support me. You support Regan. You support the justice for Timmy. You and Stephanie, and all you people that I just my last stream I was very angry, very angry. As you guys all know, Regan has struggles with this guy Eric, and she's special to me and Lanisa here. I mean, she helped us over there when nobody would help us. I actually would kind of just given up. I really did. I'd kind of given up on it all. I kind of like gave it up. It's kind of like, it's like you keep asking questions and trying to get answers of how do you go from talking to your son, video chatting with your son one day, and everything's all good and he's all happy, and then the 2-3 days later you get this phone call from his girlfriend telling you that Timmy's been shot and killed by the police. And you just like, what? My son that I raised, went with him through all his football, all his basketball, everything, knowing how he grew up and went all through school and graduated. Thank you. And his character and the way you raised your kids. Hey, if you always raise my kids, says cops are good. If you're ever in trouble, go to the cops. And I've said this many thousands of billions of times on here. And I just want to make it clear that, when you get a call like that, and then you call the police department and you're talking to them about it, and they're like telling you, they're asking you questions and all this stuff. And the questions they're asking you is like, wait a minute, stop. Did you or did you not kill my kid? And why? Well, it's under investigation. We'll have an officer contact you at a later time. Hi, John. We'll have an officer contact you at a later time and to discuss it. Well, no, wait a minute. I just heard you just shot my kid. It's totally out of character what they were saying. They were trying to say that Timmy was burglarizing houses. Timmy did not burglarize houses. The kid made $60,000 to $70,000 a year. As like I said before, Amazon had just moved him from Sacramento, the place here in Sacramento, to start the new one. They just built a brand new Amazon there in Thornton, Colorado. Amazon don't just go and hire people that work there for a few weeks or 2 months or years and give them $10,000 to move over there. You know what I mean? And Timmy was there, and he moved there. I didn't want him to move there. I wanted him around me closer. You know, I wanted him to stay here with me all the time because that's my son. He's always going to be my son. Still, I'll never, you know, never, I'll never forget. He's always with me in spirit. I feel it. And this fight that I'm fighting right now is just really tough, and it's divided. It's a divided fight. But since September 4th, Timmy's twin brother Tommy and I had been getting together all this information, and other people joined in on the bandwagon and tried to get in on it, and we tracked down pretty much a lot of stuff before we got the Discovery Drive. And some of the stuff was just thoughts. But a lot of the thought was pretty dang close. It's pretty dang close to what happened because we both knew that Timmy didn't do what the cops were saying that he did. Timmy wouldn't have grabbed a knife and chased after cops. That's preposterous. I don't know if that word was the right one, but it seemed like it was at the time. Mm-hmm. So that is just totally out of it. And it's very sad that you can be going through something like this and then people just, do what they want to do. You guys have been my own support, That's good, John. That's good. And I just wanted to set it all straight. Regan Benson and her husband and Bo, not as much Bo, but Regan Benson. She's been my person over here in Colorado, over there in Colorado. I mean, she's been open arms to me. She's helped me do a lot of stuff, and it was just her and her alone. She's an activist. That's what she does. She goes out and she helps people. And she does that out of the kindness of her heart. She loves people. And she's very smart at it, and she does a good job at it. So I don't know what else I could say. Yeah, you're right, Sherry. She's amazing. The things that she does and she's done for me and for, Lanisa too. She's done things for Lanisa too. And it's pretty hard. I know how hard it is for someone like her to she don't know me, she don't really know me except for what we've talked about and stuff like that. And she don't, but to step up and go to bat for somebody like that, that's an amazing person. And, and I'm sorry that some other people don't, I'm sorry that, the other part of, like the kids, my kids and stuff, and, I don't know, they don't acknowledge it. I guess it's selfish of their part, So, I'm not trying to, but I always give her the credit due. I give Regan all the credit due to her. She's done amazing things for me, and I hope she will continue. And we're kind of we're at a standstill right now. We're waiting to hear some information, just some stuff that kind of put us at a standstill right now. I was reading that and it moved up and I lost it. Sorry.
Oh,
No, John had written something and I was reading it.
Yeah, I hit it. She's a bad bitch. In a good way.
Where is it?
divided by mine. My last one.
Yeah, she gets things done, holding people accountable. Yeah, well, in my last stream, I went off about Eric. I don't know what he does. I've never reached out to that guy. I don't want ever, I don't have anything to do with him. Um, I don't know him. So for him to go around saying the Henley family is asking him to come down there, I don't know what he's talking about by that, because I've never met the man. And from what I hear, he's too much drama for me. And so here I am now. Is just got some really decisions to make in my own mind of what I need to do, and so I just wanted to get on here and I wanted to straighten that out. I don't want to get on here. I don't want to offend any of you people. Any of you. You guys are my friends. You're my YT friends. You help me, with support. If I need to get on here and unload, I can get on here and unload. I think you're right, Sherry. I don't know. We're not trying to drag anybody through the mud through this YT channel. We try to do something in one way and it's not working, so we have to turn around and go another way. I've been trying to do things with, trying to do things one way and it's not working. And so now it's time to stop, reevaluate, and go in a different pattern or go in a different route, or just throw my hands up in there and say, forget about it. Probably never going to get justice for my son. That's the way it looks like. People seem to forget this ain't about them. This is about getting justice for Timmy, getting the case reopened, and a real investigation done. Because this investigation that I have right here from the district attorney's office, that's not an investigation. That's not an investigation at all. Yeah, that's who we're talking about, Sherry. That's who I was talking about. But I want to and Regan says it's not going to happen. We're not going to get the case reopened and investigated. Right. If you shot somebody and killed them, you would have been investigated and locked up, and the key would have been thrown away. But we had to wait. I had to wait from September 4th. Well, actually, I called. Yeah, September 4th. That night, I called. I had to wait all the way up to February 2019 to get the answer of who is the person's name. What's the person's name that even shot my son? And they didn't just shoot him once; they shot him 11 times. Just talked about it over and over again and again, and the way it happened was just ridiculous. It should have never been that way. And so, here we are now, 7 months down the road, and we still got people that are doing things that just kind of just look going around in circles. Nobody's wanting to do anything. So what do? You call one place, and it's like they want you to pay a bunch of money. So you get your kid, they kill your kid, and then want to charge you for it. Any information, want to charge you. I'm amazed that the district attorney gave me the flash drive, the Discovery flash drive. I'm amazed because everything else cost me. When I was trying to get reports, everybody's saying, you need to get a FOIA. You need to do this. You need a power of attorney. You need to do this. Is there's a HIPAA law? We can't release this. We can't release that. What the hell, man? You know? So, you know, Timmy Henley he's my son. He lived here with me before. I had his dog, Abby Dog. You've seen her in videos. And so, I just wanted to just come on here and, you know, I don't want to rant. I don't want to rave. I don't want people to misunderstand me. Uh, I'm really glad that you're supporting me, and I hope that you continue to. Although I don't have really much information to give you. You don't understand what, Sherry? Well, I don't. Uh, I was reading, I was waiting, and Sherry said she didn't understand it. I know. But, Sherry, that's just the government. They do what they want to do. And yet I've seen, they from the get go, as soon as they found out who Timmy Henley was, because he'd just gotten his ID. And so, with Colorado law, that new they have that real ID. They as soon as they ran his fingerprints, boom, he popped up in their system. They knew who he was automatically, and that's when they started covering it all up. You know, that's when they started covering it up from that day on, and it's just built more and more and more. And yeah, they did. They have gotten away with it to this point, and still in the discovery drive, there's so much missing out of it. There's the fingerprint file that's missing. They say my son had a knife, and they show the pictures of a knife, and then but there's not a knife on him, but there's a picture in the there's a picture of a knife inside of an apartment that he was apparently supposedly broke into. But yet there's still, as I've said before, to me there's zero evidence to place him in any of the apartments. The autopsy, for one, there's no bruising on his shoulders or his forearms. He was barefooted. His feet, the bottoms of his feet, they're nothing. They were just dirty. You know? So how can a person go with a cell phone in their hand and apparently a knife in the other and bust through all these doors? Where did the knife come from? Better yet, where are the fingerprints of the knife? You all have knives. I have knives in my house. I have knives in my house. I have knives in my garage. I have knives in my truck. I don't use them to hunt with or anything. I work, man. I have knives in there. So, but where are the fingerprints on it? You say you had it. I mean, good investigating to see a good CSI investigation would dust for prints. Place him inside the house. Place that knife in his hand. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Sherry. We were raised to trust the police. We were raised to do that, and we told our kids to do that. If you're ever in trouble, go to a police officer. You know, Who's to say Timmy wasn't hallucinating? He came out there and seen the police officer and he threw his hands up in there and said, hey, help me. Bam, 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 bam. Because nowhere does it say that Louis Engelberg identified himself as a Westminster Police Department. No. Just came out, boom, shot him once, and then bam, 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 bam. You know? I mean, there was more shots fired there than 11, and only 11 penetrated Timmy. But looking at the, I'm going to call it a crime scene, because it's a murder scene. Looking at the murder scene, you got bullet holes all over the place. They even found a bullet inside of an apartment. Now, that bullet could have traveled through and hit some innocent person inside that apartment. Not to mention that the school, Rocky Mountain Elementary School, was in the direction that these guys are firing. And if they're hitting buildings and pillars and all that stuff, dang, don't you think one of them bullets could went straight over there to the Rocky Mountain Elementary School and shot one kid? Yeah, he was shot 11 times.
That one bullet went into a kid's room.
One bullet was in one kid's room. So, you know, and these were big bullets. They were big bullets, size of a nickel, if not bigger. So you can imagine the damage one bullet could have done, you know. And yet, you know, with my email sent to the, you know, Regan and showed me how to do the email and stuff, and to sit into the police station, Tim Carlson, chief of police, they have no intentions on getting body cams, dash cams. They don't need them. They feel that they're, what was it? Invasion of privacy on the police officer. You know? So, yeah, that's pretty much it, you know? That's pretty much it. I just, you know, just thought I'd get back on here, and I know I told you I'd try to keep you up to date on things that were happening in on this case and happening, what's going on in my life and stuff like that. And same thing. It's not anything new, you know. Just trying to deal with it day by day, and everybody seems to get pissed off at you if you don't jump how high they want you to jump. But you know, if they don't want to be with me, that's fine. You know, if they don't want to follow, they don't want to follow along with me. They don't want, you know, whatever. That's cool. I mean, you know, I have you, and I will give you updates on what's happening, and I should have some more updates by Wednesday. A little bit more, bigger picture about where I'm going to go with it. You know, I'm probably going to be going in my own direction. You know, because I'm moving to get this case reopened, and so I'm looking to get this case reopened to get this evidence back over to the district attorney, so that he can, you know, he needs to get the evidence. And he needs to look at it, because there's no way that the district attorney, there's no way that he really looked at that file. The discovery drive that he gave me, there's no way that he went through that. And he's an elected official. So, you know, but anyway, I just wanted to get on here and say hi to you guys and tell you happy Sunday and give you a little bit of update of what's going on and within me in this case, and set it straight that Regan has been my only support there in Colorado. Even the attorney has not been able to support. The attorney, you know, not a support. You send them an email, they never get back to you. You know, makes you wonder. You know, it's all in the state of Colorado, though. You know, I don't know. But anyhow, I just thought I'd get on here and tell you beautiful people how beautiful you are. And thank you for following me. And I hope that you keep following me. And I will do more live streams. And I promise, I will give you updates. And like I got on here before. Regan, she needs your help. So the only way to make things change is to get in there and good. Thank you, Sherry. But the only way to make things happen is, you got to get in there and write your congressman. You got to get in there and write letters to you got to get in there and emails and stuff like that, and uh, do things like that. Uh, that's the only way you can get any change. And oh, and I wanted to address one other thing. There was a video of some girl put on there addressed to Regan and Joey. If you're going to quote the Bible to me, at least know the Bible. Uh, you're quoting stuff that you don't know. I know the Bible. I've been studying the Bible. I have a relationship with Jesus. And, you may call him Jesus, but his name wasn't Jesus. His name is Yeshua. And he is Hamashiach. So if you're going to quote the Bible to me, know what you're talking about and understand what you're talking about. Don't quote the Bible to me if you don't know what you're talking about. The book of life does not talk about what you were talking about. In the book of life, the only one that has a book of life is God. And your name needs to be in there. The book of life, it doesn't talk about what's going on in the world. It says if your name is to be added into the book of life, which the book of life is held in heaven with God. And no one can add or no one can take away from it. I think maybe what you were trying to quote was Revelations. Revelations in the book of Isaiah, where it talks about the end times. The book of Daniel talks about the end times. Even in Genesis, it talks about the end times. And yeah, we are in a bad time. And this is the place, this is exactly what it says was going to happen in the end times. So anyway, to that person, I don't know your name. You have your name on there as follow Jesus or something like that. Hey, God bless you, John. I'm fixing to cut off here too. Hey, so thank you, people. Thank all you beautiful people. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, because I need to rest up since I got a busy week ahead of me. Thank you. And feel free to send me emails or whatever. You have my email address on here. All righty. You guys have a good one. Bye.